Hello and welcome to another Glenn Maney Talks Chelsea. And before we get on to tonight's game, I'll tell you a little story. I was going to watch the game down the pub. I went to walk into the pub and saw Lineker's face on the big screen, and I walked back out, and I came home and I watched it on an Arabic stream. I didn't understand what they were saying, but they still spoke more sense than the holier-than-thou Lineker, hypocritical Shearer, and I don't know who the other one was. I think it looked like Jonathan Woodgate. But yeah, I just couldn't face that. I couldn't face that, and I thought to myself, if they're not getting all moral on us, Lineker saying he's got after Ukraine in his back bedroom, Shearer saying how bad it is, all these Russian owners and that, when his own club, Saudi owners, are linked to a government that's probably killed another 81 people this week, probably another couple of women for getting raped. So I just couldn't face it. And then you get the after-match interviews where I'm guessing they asked how Chelsea have done so well in such a tough couple of weeks. Well, I keep hearing this, and yeah, it must be tough. It must be tough keep answering the same questions, because I'm not being funny, but if I was a player at Chelsea Football Club and I'm drawing anywhere between, let's say you're a kid, you're hardly getting anything, 20 grand, right? And Lukaku, 350 grand a week. It's not going to be as tough for me as a top footballer as it would be if I played for, I don't know, Forest Green, or if I was a P&O worker and I'd just been told that my £10 an hour job has gone out the window and they're getting people in from other countries with agencies who are going to do it for £2 an hour. It's not going to be that tough. I'm going to be concerned if I've been brought up with a club, if I love the club. But if I'm just a mercenary footballer, I'm going to go to training each day, work hard, and when I go out on the pitch, it's not going to affect me. I may see some differences if they've got Lidl's own tea bags on the team bus instead of Tetley, but on the whole, it's not going to worry me. I should be able to keep my head about me, be professional, and get on there and play football. Just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm being unreasonable? Do you think I'm oversimplifying it? I don't think that if I was a player under the circumstances at the moment that it would affect me. I think it probably affects us fans more, not being able to buy tickets, etc. Especially those that go to all the games. So yes, Arabic it was, and what a refreshing change to listen to that instead of Lineker droning on about what a great person he is. So, to the game. The game itself was Middlesbrough 0, Chelsea 2. I just think, watching Middlesbrough tonight, they tried pressing us, they worked very, very hard. I just think, if that's the level of the team that is coming up, I'm hoping I'll have to watch Fulham and is it Bournemouth more, because if that's the level of the team coming up, they reminded me a lot of Norwich. No bite up front. When they did get chances, they skied them. Not that they got many chances. I can think of once when Mendy was trouble when he dived outwards to cut across off. I think that was about it. And they were pretty toothless, really. That's what I'd describe them as, toothless. Hard working, but I know what it's like watching a hard working team with very little talent, and that's what Middlesbrough are. But fair play their crowd gets 10 out of 10. They supported from first whistle to last, and yeah, they were an extra man for that side. If you can't play, you can't run your heart out for that bunch, you'll never be able to run your heart out. But yeah, they were pretty average. Sort of says a lot about Man United and Tottenham, if the truth's known, that Middlesbrough knocked them out. So 69% possession and over double the amount of passes pretty much says it all about the game. Yeah, the first goal, I can't remember if it was Thiago or Ruben Loftus-Cheek. They were both excellent. Released Mason Mount, who again was absolutely excellent, particularly in the first half. And he put a cross in, superb cross in for Lukaku. It still took some finishing because it came at him at speed, and if you notice, he sort of dummied with one foot and put it in with the other. It was a nice finish from Lukaku. Lukaku didn't have a bad game tonight. At least he looked like he was trying. And to be honest, with what we've seen of him lately, that's a bit of improvement, isn't it? Second goal, again, I think it was Mount that released Ziyech, who cut in and then left foot, cracking goal, swerving away from the keeper. Don't know if the keeper could have done any better. I'd be interested to know what you lot think, and I'm interested to know what that lot of BBC thought. The Arabic bloke, he seemed pretty excited, but then again, he seemed pretty excited when there was a throw-in, so I don't know what he thought. So yeah, that was a cracking goal. A few other chances we maybe should have finished. Again, Mount put a great ball in that I thought Lukaku should have got on the end of, but didn't. Timo came on and he had one where, again, I thought he should have finished. Got crowded out in the end. And their keeper made a couple of decent saves. That was it in a nutshell, really. We had total control over the game. Very professional performance. We were just a class above. I don't think we got out of second gear, and we were just a class above them, which, you know, you look at the cost of the teams, you would expect, wouldn't you? So I'll just go straight on to the players' scores. Mendy gets a 7, didn't have an awful lot to do. His distribution was okay, apart from one. He always has one during the game, doesn't he? That's a grass cutter. Put us in a little bit of trouble, but it was okay. We got back out of it. Aspie, he was my man of the match against Lille. I didn't do a review for Lille. I'm sorry, folks. I have been taken to task about it. I've just been working, didn't have the time. But we were excellent against Lille. Aspie was my man of the match that night. Tonight he gets a 7. He was okay. We'd gone to a flat back 4 tonight, and Mr. Dependable. To be fair, didn't have an awful lot to do. Thiago Silva, just on the inside of him, gets an 8.5 from me. I thought he was absolutely superb. When he had to do stuff, when he had to break stuff down, he did. And he was always looking to play it forward. Fine performance tonight. It was lovely to watch him. I'm going to watch it again and just watch Thiago Silva. Tony Rudiger, he gets an 8. Competed for everything, not standing any nonsense. Got the ball forward. When he needed to get physical, he did. Just a good all-round performance. Malang Sarr, the much maligned by Maney Malang Sarr, gets a 7. Thought he played all right tonight. Thought he played quite well. Couple of mistakes, but nothing that was going to cause us any problem. A couple of times his distribution wasn't great, but on the whole, well played Malang Sarr. Much improved performance. In the middle, we had Kovacic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Kovacic, who latterly went off for Kante, gets a 7. Didn't think it was his greatest game, didn't really need to be. But he was competitive in that midfield, and yeah, he gets a 7. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, after much thought, he gets 8.5, but he's my man of the match. I thought overall he had a superb game. He's really growing in to that defensive midfield role. Really growing in there. When we're playing against a side that's, say, too physical for Jorginho, I think he's a good option. I really do. Big old lump, very skillful, always looking for the ball forward. I thought he was superb tonight, and so with 8.5, he gets my Man of the Match award. In front of them, we had Mount, Pulisic and Ziyech. So, Pulisic gets a 7 from me. Decent performance, not his best, didn't need to be. It was a bit of a physical game, and it doesn't really suit Christian Pulisic, but a couple of the runs he did were superb, always sort of positive, but just a little bit lightweight when you come up against a bunch of bruisers like Middlesbrough. Then we had Mason Mount. He was so close to getting my Man of the Match award. He gets 8.5 too. Always available. Always. It's just his brain, isn't it? He takes players with him when he's not going to get the ball, and when he is going to get the ball, he's just got a yard on him. Good crosses. Always available. He was superb tonight. If I'd given me Man of the Match on the first half performance, Mount would have got it, but he just got edged by Ruben Loftus-Cheek over the full 90 minutes. Mount was superb. Ziyech gets an 8 from me. Not the most physical of players, but got stuck in tonight. Seeing the best of Ziyech, he's starting to really show his true colours. Lovely left foot that we know he's got. I tell you what, if he had a right foot as well, he'd be world class. But great goal. Did some damage with that left foot from the point of view of crosses. Yeah, good performance. 8. Romelu, the beefy boy, still carrying a few too many pounds, I think. I think that's a difference. One of the differences between last season and this season at Chelsea. I'd love to know the difference in weight. I bet it's 5 or 6 pounds, which to these players is like 3 stone on me. But he looked like he was trying tonight. He held up the ball very well, I thought. Very well. It was a much improved performance from that point of view. Took his goal well. Lukaku, 7 or 7.5. Lukaku gets a 7 from me. Go for the 7.5 next time, Romelu, because you looked as if you was up for it anyway. So that's really that's the team. Not going to score the substitutes. Tommy Tuchel gets an 8 from me. Set them up nice, motivated them well. Obviously trying to shield them from the stupid questions the press are asking them about this takeover, and some of the questions are stupid. How important is it that you get this ownership problem resolved quickly? How important is it? Well, we can't sell tickets, we can't sell merchandise. The government don't appear to be helping us very much. There seems to be a vendetta against us. How important is it that we can sell tickets as a football club and sell merchandise? Well, it's quite important. What do you think about these people that sing Roman Abramovich at games? Well, if that's what they want to sing, that's what they want to sing. At the end of the day, he's done great things for our club. I don't think sort of minute applause for the Ukrainian people is the right time to do it. I'll be honest. I think you're a bit of a moron if you do that. But at the end of the day, if you want to live in a society where there's free speech, you've got to take the bad with the good, haven't you? So if they want to do that, then fine. It's not inciting hatred or anything. So away you go. You know, questions like these. You know, Tuchel's got a contract with us till 2024. Oh, is it true that you'd be prepared to talk to Manchester United? And Tommy turns around and says, no, that's not true. I'm hoping to stay at this club for a long while, and I'm hoping the new owners allow me to. What are they? Where do they dream some of these questions up from? If you've got a business and you've got one salesman that's, does half your business for the year, and you're selling it, and the new people come in, of course they're going to want to keep that bloke on. It's just ridiculous. It's like some of these questions in normal times that they ask. How important, you won 1-0, how important was it that you scored that goal? Well, that's quite important because we wouldn't have won if it weren't. It's just dross, absolute dross. So, sorry. But on the subject of new ownership, I see that Martin Broughton is doing the media rounds, so I'm wondering if he's saying all the right things. So I'm wondering if his consortium has had the nudge, wink, wink, say no more, that they've won the bid, and that they're going to be the new owners. It will certainly go through a lot quicker than the Saudi media group, because let's not beat about the bush. Sir Martin Broughton has got most of the Tory party on his Christmas card list, and got some good backers, some good investors. So I don't think it would affect us as a club that much. I think we're going to be run a lot more as a business than we have been, because there's not many people that will write off 1.5 billion, even if it is over 19 years. And I think we're going to get a bit of a reality check no matter who takes over. But with Tommy Tuchel in charge, lots of great youngsters, money still being ploughed into the academy, and still getting the odd super signing, I think we're going to be alright. I really do. Right, I shall speak to you after the next game. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. The reason I do these is to get your feedback. I started doing them during, sort of COVID times, as you know, because we couldn't all get the games together. I'm keeping them going. People seem to like it, even though there's only a few of you. You always seem to like these, and you always take the time to give feedback. So please let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think I've said anything that you disagree with. Let me know what you agree with. So subscribe. Please like the video. It helps me algorithm. And speak to you soon. Up to Chelsea.